Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he held a business event with Cyprus President. The NSE International Exchange Gift City has signed an MOU with Cyprus Stock Exchange in order to enable cross-border flows. This is the first of its kind arrangement between Europe and Gift City, India. In fact, this will benefit investors in Gift City, Cyprus and Europe. The National Payments Corporation of India, that is the NPCI, it has signed an MOU with Eurobank of Cyprus to introduce the UPI services in Cyprus for cross-border transaction. And my colleague Mohammad Ghazali joins us on the phone line to get us more on this. Ghazali, how does this partnership between India and Cyprus fit into the broader strategic framework of their relationship?
Cyprus is an island nation in the eastern Mediterranean Sea, located close to Turkey and Syria, and it is also a member of the European Union despite being geographically in Asia. So in that sense, from the geostrategic location point of view, it is certainly one of the favorable and friendly nations to India. It has often extended its full support for India's permanent membership in the UN Security Council, as well as on other global forums when it comes to issues related to India-Pakistan conflict as well. And why this has become very significant is due to the fact that Cyprus has territorial dispute with Turkey, a country which was supporting Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. So from that point of view, India has sent out a strong message that Indian Prime Minister is visiting Cyprus, and no other Indian Prime Minister has visited in the last 2 decades. So with this particular visit, Indian Prime Minister or the Indian government's foreign policy is certainly sending a strong message. One, that we have found a new partner in Europe. It is also, Cyprus will also be a very important country when it comes to the connectivity projects which India is focusing on, basically the IMEC project, which goes from India towards Europe and Middle East.
Mohammad Ghazali, thank you very much for getting us all those details. India is gearing up for its 16th census. The Home Minister, Amit Shah, he reviewed the preparation levels for the 16th census. In fact, he chaired a meeting with the senior officials. He later said that Gazette notification will be issued on Monday.
The census is finally going to be conducted in the country. The last time the census was conducted was in 2011, and of course, every 10 years we do see a census, but this census got delayed because of COVID-19. The Home Minister today reviewed preparations for the census exercise. In fact, tomorrow is when the official Gazette notification is going to be issued. And what we understand is that, the reference, there is a reference to the date of October 1st, 2026 in areas such as Ladakh, and it is the end of March 1st, 2027 for the rest of the country. Please understand that there are two different parts of census. One, of course, is the house listing operation, where housing conditions, assets, amenities,
भारत में होता है। फ्रांस जैसे कई देश इससे जुड़े हैं। साइप्रस को भी इससे जुड़ने के लिए बात चल रही है और मैं इसका स्वागत करता हूं। भारत में फ्यूचरिस्टिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के विकास में हम $100 बिलियन से अधिक का सालाना निवेश कर रहे हैं। इस वर्ष के बजट में हमने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मिशन की शुरुआत की है। विश्व में वैक्सीन्स, जेनरिक मेडिसिन्स और मेडिकल डिवाइसेस के मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में भारत वर्ल्ड लीडर्स में से एक है। मैरीटाइम और पोर्ट डेवलपमेंट पर हमारा फोकस है। हम शिप बिल्डिंग और शिप ब्रेकिंग को भी प्राथमिकता दे रहे हैं। इसके लिए एक नई पॉलिसी भी लाई जा रही है। सिविल एविएशन सेक्टर में भी तेजी से ग्रो कर रहा है। भारतीय कंपनियों ने 1000 से ज्यादा एयरक्राफ्ट्स उसका नया ऑर्डर दिया है। इनोवेशन भारत की आर्थिक शक्ति का मजबूत स्तंभ बना है। हमारे 1 लाख से ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स सिर्फ सपने नहीं, समाधान बेचते हैं। इनमें से 100 यूनिकॉर्न बन चुके हैं। भारत इकोनॉमी और इकोलॉजी के बैलेंस में विश्वास करता है और उस पर हम प्रतिबद्ध हैं। एक क्लीन और ग्रीन फ्यूचर का रास्ता बना रहा है। 2030 तक हम 500 गीगावाट रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के टारगेट को और बहुत तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। ग्रीन शिपिंग के विकास और 2030 तक रेलवे को 100% कार्बन न्यूट्रल बनाने को और तेजी से काम कर रहे हैं। एआई मिशन, क्वांटम मिशन, सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन, क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन, न्यूक्लियर पावर मिशन हमारी ग्रोथ इंजन के नए इंजन बन रहे हैं। मुझे जानकर खुशी है कि साइप्रस की स्टॉक एक्सचेंज और एनएसई ने मेरे होम स्टेट गुजरात में गिफ्ट सिटी में सहयोग पर सहमति बनाई है। साइप्रस एक प्रसिद्ध टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन है। भारत में भी हम डेस्टिनेशन डेवलपमेंट और मैनेजमेंट पर बल दे रहे हैं। हमारे टूर ऑपरेटर्स के बीच नजदीकी सहयोग विन विन हो सकता है। ऐसे कई और क्षेत्र हैं जिनमें आपसी सहयोग के लिए बहुत ही पोटेंशियल है। फ्रेंड्स, पिछले महीने भारत और यूके के बीच एक एम्बिशियस एफटीए पर सहमति बनी है। अब हम भारत और यूके के बीच फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट को इस साल के अंत तक संपन्न करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। इसकी नेगोशिएशन में गति आई है। इसका लाभ आप सब साथियों को अवश्य मिलेगा। मैं भारत, साइप्रस और ग्रीस बिजनेस और इन्वेस्टमेंट काउंसिल की स्थापना का स्वागत करता हूं। यह एक बहुत अच्छा इनिशिएटिव है और आर्थिक सहयोग का महत्वपूर्ण प्लेटफॉर्म बन सकता है। फिर साहब, अब सभी ने जो विचार रखे हैं, जो सुझाव दिए हैं, उनको मेरी टीम ने नोट किया है। हम इन पर एक्शन प्लान बनाकर फॉलोअप करेंगे। मैं आपको भारत आने का निमंत्रण भी देता हूं। अंत में मैं एक बार फिर राष्ट्रपति जी का धन्यवाद देता हूं। उन्होंने इस मीटिंग के लिए अपना समय निकाला। इस राउंड टेबल को सुयोजित ढंग से आयोजित करने के लिए मैं साइप्रस चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री और इन्वेस्टमेंट साइप्रस का भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
All right, the Prime Minister there speaking in Cyprus. He was speaking at addressing the media there. In fact, India and Cyprus, they have exchanged, signed an MOU in order to enable cross-border flows. In fact, this is the first of its kind arrangement between the two nations. And 4 tourists have died after a bridge collapsed over the Indrayani River in Pune. According to the official statement, the iron bridge was connecting 2 nearby villages, and the said iron bridge is about 30 years old. When approximately 100 to 125 tourists, they had come to Kundumala for a rain festival, the iron bridge collapsed and some tourists, they were trapped under it. 4 people have died while over 45 they were injured. The police, including the disaster relief workers of the National Disaster Response Force, they are on the spot. The rescue operation is currently underway. In fact, the structural audit of all the old bridges has been ordered by the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And my colleague Anuj Raite, he's there on ground getting us the latest. Anuj, take us through what you're hearing from the authorities at the moment as far as the rescue operations is concerned.
Osama, the rescue operation just ended a while back and it lasted for close to 7 hours. And the very aim of the rescue operation was to make sure that the iron part of this bridge, which was connecting Kundamala village to the highway, which was stuck inside this narrow Indrayani river, narrow but rather violent Indrayani river that you see on your screen, to get that metal or the iron part out of that particular place. Now for that, multiple machines were brought in place. Eventually, around evening we saw that 2 big cranes were brought here, but even they found it difficult to lift it up, which gives us an idea of how heavy they must have been. And once they were taken out, just a few moments back rather, one can see that there are also a lot of bikes which were attached to it. And this is a part of the problem, because as you said that this bridge is 30 years old. It was opened in the year 1992, and the primary reason for people, or for the government to open it, was so that it can be a connecting bridge for the villagers who have to travel to the market area using this one narrow bridge. But because with time, as you said earlier, there was no structural audit done, there was no sort of development that took place with the structure of this particular bridge, and there was no good surveillance system either, which is why a bridge which was otherwise only meant for people to walk on also saw a lot of people traveling or using their bikes over it as well. And as you can see on your screen, right now in front of us we see 3 bikes, but when we talked to the locals here who were the eyewitnesses of this entire incident, they said that there were at least 5 to 6 bikes that were present there at that moment, and the presence of the bikes kind of triggered this entire incident. Besides that, it also had an unusually high number of people stranded over it, waiting there, standing there just to see what the Indrayani river looks like, especially when it is raining. While the view is very beautiful, but the bridge was never meant to be this strong, as it could hold 150 people along with half a dozen bikes at one time. In fact, just a couple of years ago, the local collector office here had taken the permission from the state government to kind of issue orders for a new bridge worth 8 crore rupees, and the official confirmation of it was given by Deputy Chief Minister there, Ajit Pawar himself. However, the work did not begin in the last 2 years, and that is exactly the major question that a lot of locals here and people across Pune region are asking on why the work did not begin. In fact, it is not just the work did not begin 2 years back, but given the fact that it was officially stated that this bridge has become dangerous for public usage, there was only a dangerous or not to use sign that was put in the beginning of it. But as I said earlier, there was no surveillance system. There are 2 police stations in the close by area, right, in the 5-kilometer radius of this particular region, but there was no police officer or havaldar present here, especially when so many people from across the state, especially from Pune region, come here and get overcrowd this particular bridge. So the locals did expect a large number of police officials to be present here just to keep a surveillance, but that wasn't done. In fact, when the bridge collapsed, and at around 3:30, and as was feared earlier, close to 20-25 people did kind of go with the water, but an official number is yet to come for how many people were present on the bridge exactly. The locals say that the police did not respond for close to 30 to 45 minutes, and it was in fact the villagers of the Kundamala village who were the first respondents, and they also saved lives of several people. Now, the official number that we have is of 4, which includes one 6-year-old child as well. But the locals here and the eyewitnesses say that the number is expected to grow, and it is expected to become, expected to increase, given that they themselves saw, a lot of bodies being taken out of the river. But an official confirmation on the increased toll will be added to the tally tomorrow in all likeliness.
All right, Anuj, right. Thank you very much for getting us all the details. In fact, our other colleague, Rahul Kulkarni, he has been on the ground speaking to the eyewitnesses. He also spoke to Dr. Pallavi Joshi Pavana from Pavana Hospital in Pune regarding the condition of the patients who have been admitted after this horrific tragedy. Listen in.
Right now, 3 patients we have admitted in ICU, and 1 patient has been discharged on OPD basis.
Right.
Before that, we have received the call from ambulance department that there has been incidence of bridge collapse at Kundamala around 3 to 3:15 p.m. Okay, so we have received the patient from trauma ambulance, and accordingly we have assessed the patient, triaged the patient, and accordingly admitted the patient. And we have started the emergency treatment accordingly.
Okay, I think 2 patients have been admitted in ICU.
Yeah, 2 patients have been admitted in ICU, and 1 patient is in ward. 1 patient has been discharged on OPD basis.
In fact, let's also listen into all the political reactions that have been coming in, including the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra and the NCP Sharad Pawar's Supriya Sule.
सर्वच अशा पुलांचं स्ट्रक्चरल ऑडिट लवकरात लवकर करावं अशा प्रकारच्या सूचना देखील मी या ठिकाणी दिलेल्या. आणि आता याची चौकशी होईल आणि यामध्ये जे कोणी समजा चौकशी आणि ती सगळ्या गोष्टी बाहेर येतील आणि चौकशीमध्ये जे कोणी दोषी असतील, कारण लोकांचा मृत्यू झालेला आहे, त्यामुळे कुणालाही पाठीशी घालण्याचं काही कारण नाहीये.
Doctors, the entire, all the hospitals, teams are overworking and trying their best to give confidence to every family. By God's grace, we have a lot of people, but most are not hurt as badly as we thought. So we are all praying and trying our best to serve everybody.
Ma'am, how many agencies and what are
Everybody is working. This is no time to make statements. Government will make an official statement.
Okay.
ऐसा होना ये दिल को दर्द देने वाला है. उन लोगों के आत्माओं को शांति मिले, इसके सिवा और हम क्या कर सकते हैं. मुझे मालूम नहीं ब्रिज कितना पुराना है. मैंने जो ब्रिज देखा है वहाँ पे जो वीडियो आया है वो ब्रिज मुझे पुराना सा दिख रहा है. शासन की ये जिम्मेदार ये नहीं बोलना चाहिए क्योंकि अभी अभी लोग चले गए, लेकिन जिस तरीके से वो लोखंड का है वो ब्रिज, आप अगर सूक्ष्म नजर से वो लोखंड के ब्रिज को देखो तो पहले से ही कमकुवत हो गया है. तो उसकी पहले से ही उसको रोक देना चाहिए था. मुझे मालूम नहीं सत्य परिस्थिति क्या है, उसके आगे मैं कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहूँगा.
Meanwhile, my colleague Rahul Kulkarni, who has been speaking with the eyewitnesses there, he shared us this report. Take a look.
आपका पूरा नाम बताइए मुझे.
लतिका.
तो लतिका, आप कितने बजे गई थी उस स्पॉट पे?
हम 2:30 बजे के आसपास.
अच्छा, 2:30 बजे के आसपास. फिर क्या हुआ?
हम उधर जो मंदिर थे हम वहाँ घूम के आए. उसके बाद हम वापस आ रहे थे तो पुल बीच में से टूट गया.
आप पुल पे ही थी?
हाँ जी, उधर बाइकें भी बहुत चल रही थी और उधर कोई पुलिस वाला भी नहीं था. सब लोकल्स ने हेल्प करी है. पुलिस वाले कुछ नहीं करते हैं, सब लोकल्स ही हेल्प करते हैं.
उस ब्रिज पे, उस पुल पे कितने लोग थे?
50 आदमी होंगे कम से कम.
50?
पूरे ब्रिज पे, बहुत बड़ा ब्रिज है ना.
हाँ.
तो 50 बाइकें अलग थी, स्कूटी अलग थी.
तो उस ब्रिज पे बाइक भी थी और स्कूटी भी थी?
स्कूटी भी थी और वो ज्यादा चौड़ा ब्रिज नहीं है. उधर से एक ही आदमी आ जा सकता है. उसमें बाइकें भी, स्कूटी भी, 2-2 लाइन, 3-3 लाइन बना रहे हैं.
आप अपने फैमिली मेंबर के साथ गई थी?
हाँ जी.
कितने लोग थे आपके साथ में?
हम 3 जने थे, मैं, मम्मी और मेरे मामा. मेरी मम्मी अभी एडमिट है, उनका हाथ फ्रैक्चर हुआ है और मामा का भी पैर फ्रैक्चर हुआ है.
ओके. तो आप तीनों नीचे चले गए?
नहीं, मतलब जस्ट बाउंड्री पे बचे हैं हम.
अच्छा.
उससे आगे वाले नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट वो बह गए पानी.
आपके सामने?
हाँ जी.
कितने लोग बह गए आपके सामने आंखों के?
उतना ध्यान नहीं दिया, टेंशन था उधर, उतना नहीं देखा.
अच्छा, तो आप कह रहे हैं कि आपके आंखों के सामने लोग बह गए.
हाँ जी.
और आपने वो देखा.
हाँ जी.
लेकिन आप ये बता नहीं पा रहे कि कितने लोग बह गए. तो मुझे लगता है कि वहाँ पे लोग चिल्ला भी रहे होंगे.
बहुत चिल्ला रहे.
अच्छा, मुझे ये कहा गया है कि जब वो वहाँ पे ज़्यादा टूरिस्ट थे तो ब्रिज थोड़ा हिलने लगा था. 4-5 मिनट. अब जो दूसरे पेशेंट है वो कह रहे हैं कि 4-5 मिनट लगभग ब्रिज पूरा ऐसा हिल रहा था.
जब हम गए थे जब भी हिल रहा था.
अच्छा, तो ये आपको महसूस हुआ कि ब्रिज हिल रहा है?
पूरा वाइब्रेट हो रहा था.
An Air India flight coming from Dubai to Jaipur was delayed by 5 hours due to technical fault. The passengers on the plane at the Dubai airport, they were forced to sit in the heat without AC. Air India also expressed its statement. Air India's statement reads, and I quote, some of the flights from cities in the UAE are experiencing delays post-boarding due to ATC congestion following the closure of certain airspaces. The statement also talks about that one video that one of the passengers there on board posted, sharing her audio of how things were inside that aircraft. Listen in.
I'm really shocked to see the irresponsible behavior of this flight. I am actually shocked. बेटा जो 3 साल का है बेचारा पसीने में भीग चुका है. We are pushing the crew button, but none of the crew is coming. Again and again, everyone is pushing. Just look at the situation. Just look at the situation. हमने कम से कम सारे लोगों ने 100 से भी ज्यादा बार क्रू को बुलाया है, but none of the crew member is responsible enough to come here and speak towards us. Look at the situation. ये रात को 12-12:30 बजे की बात है. फ्लाइट का टाइम है 7 बजे और 7-7:15 की फ्लाइट से 12:30 बज चुके हैं. बट देयर इज just zero awareness of the things what is going on. अगर technical issue है तो you should be very responsible कि आप अपने passengers को परेशान मत करो, सबको आराम से एयरपोर्ट पे कराओ या फिर दूसरी फ्लाइट दो यार. ये क्या तरीका लगा रखा है आप लोगों ने? Look at the situation.
An FIR has been filed against Aryan Aviation's accountable manager Kaushik Pathak and the manager Vikas Tomar after the company's Bell 407 helicopter carrying 7 people from Kedarnath Dham, it crashed on Sunday. The FIR has been filed under Section 105 of the BNS and Section 10 of the Aircraft Act.
सुबह हेलीकॉप्टर क्रैश हुआ था आर्यन कंपनी का, उसमें 7 लोगों की डेथ हो गई थी पायलट समेत, जिसको देखते हुए सोनप्रयाग जो थाना है वहां पर एक मुकदमा दर्ज किया गया है एविएशन कंपनी जो आर्यन है उसके खिलाफ. उसमें प्रबंध निदेशक और जो उनके मैनेजर है जिनके अंडर जहां पर ये हेलीकॉप्टर जो यहां पर संचालित होता था वहां पर जो मैनेजर है उनके खिलाफ मुकदमा दर्ज हुआ है. इसमें एसओपी का अनदेखी, इसके अलावा जो उनके दायित्व थे उनका पालन नहीं किया गया, उसको लेकर मुकदमा दर्ज किया गया. ये भी कहा गया है कि जो मौसम खराब था उस दौरान फ्लाई क्यों किया गया और जो तमाम जो प्रोटोकॉल्स थे उन्होंने वो अपनाए नहीं है, उनको उनके अनदेखी की है. इस लिहाज से इनके खिलाफ मुकदमा दर्ज किया गया है.
A 12-year-old girl sustained serious injuries after she fell when the harness rope snapped during a zipline ride in Manali. Trisha, a resident of Maharashtra's Nagpur, was visiting Manali with her family last week when this entire incident happened. According to officials, Trisha was midway on the zip line when the harness rope broke. She fell from around 30 feet height onto a gorge of boulders, sustaining serious injuries. The girl was immediately rushed to a nearby medical facility from where they were referred to Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research in Chandigarh. She was then later taken to a hospital in Nagpur where she is currently undergoing treatment. Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. A one-day state mourning has been declared on Monday following the tragic death of former Gujarat Chief Minister Shri Vijay Rupani in a plane crash in Ahmedabad. The national flag will be flown at half-mast on all buildings in the state tomorrow. His last rites will be performed with full state honours in Rajkot. Sanjay Kapoor, the 53-year-old industrialist and ex-husband of Karishma Kapoor, tragically passed away after suffering a heart attack while playing polo in England. Sanjay Kapoor was the chairman of Sona Comstar, a leading auto components company, and was remembered as a visionary leader who played a pivotal role in shaping the company's success.
The news of billionaire businessman Sanjay Kapoor's sudden demise has sent shockwaves through India's corporate circles and beyond, with tributes pouring in from across the automotive industry, academic institutions, and his alma mater, the Doon School. Kapoor, chairman of Sona Comstar Limited, a prominent figure in both business and equestrian sport, collapsed during the match. Early unconfirmed reports speculated that he may have suffered an anaphylactic shock after allegedly swallowing a bee, a rumor that quickly gained traction online and in global media due to its dramatic nature. Some accounts mentioned Kapoor telling the match umpire that he was choking and may have swallowed something. However, individuals present at the match have firmly denied that it was a bee sting that led to his sudden collapse. Sources close to the family and eyewitnesses have clarified that the likely cause of death was a massive heart attack, though the final post-mortem report is still awaited. In August 2022, another well-known polo player, Madhav Buchi Prakash, too had died while playing polo after suffering a massive heart attack.
It can happen as an anaphylactic reaction to a bee sting. Not very common, the question mark will remain whether it was the bee having gotten into his mouth which caused the problem, or he got a heart attack because of choking, or because he got a heart attack playing polo. So this only will be clarified because they are going to do a post-mortem in London. There are too many heart attacks occurring in young people. Intense activity like polo can put stress on somebody.
Sanjay Kapoor is survived by his wife Priya Sachdev Kapoor and their young son, as well as 2 children from his previous marriage to Bollywood actor Karishma Kapoor. With Gargi Rawat, Bureau Report, NDTV.
That's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV for more news and updates. Thanks for watching.